I first found out about good roofing through a knock on the door. It's probably about 3 weeks ago. I was needing a roof, and I had trouble going back and forth with my insurance company about approving a roof. Well, the second thing that had to happen was that I had to find a contractor that I had faith in, who I thought would do a good job. It just so happened that uh, probably 3 weeks after I was approved, and I had been going on with the insurance company for close to a year about getting approval for a roof. They would rather do a patch job than a fix. It just so happened like 3 weeks before I actually got the work done, Igor and an associate of his knocked on the door, and they noticed that I had a roof that was older, and asked me if I was interested, or if they would look, if they could look at the roof perhaps and see if they could assess any damage or any need. Well, of course I was interested, but I was not very I wasn't very. I didn't think. I wasn't very. I didn't think that perhaps that they would come back, or that the roof would be approved by my insurance company. But I liked the attitude of Igor, and I liked the attitude of his associate. They're very positive, and I also wanted a good quality company. There was a roof being replaced in the neighbor's yard, and I watched the work that they did, and I started to do some research, looking online for roofing companies. And as you know, there's dozens and dozens of roofing companies in our Charlotte metro area, so who should I pick? Well, like I said, I was originally impressed by their demeanor and just their professionalism. When they knocked and we had a short conversation, they gave me their card, and I kept the card on a magnet on my refrigerator. So once the process was approved, I could select a contractor uh, to do the roof. So I began to do some research, looking for people that had positive ratings and reviews in the area. And I actually saw a company that was nearby, and they did not have good ratings and good experiences from their customers. So I continued to look, and something made me think about Igor. And like I said, I had in good roofing and restoration. I had the card on my refrigerator, so I start looking them up, and they had some very good reviews, excellent reviews. There weren't many, so I took that to assume perhaps they hadn't been in the area very long. So, but the ones that they did have were excellent. In fact, people wrote good words about them. So I gave them a call, and they came out and they inspected the roof this time officially. After the adjuster, my insurance adjuster, had looked at it, they're very open and honest about what the costs were. There was nothing hidden, and they were assured me that they could live up to the reputation that I said that I had heard about them. So I entered into a contract with them, and I've never been disappointed or regretted that decision. From the time that they first showed up in at my house, their crew was very professional, and all I had was one day actually to uh, watch them, because that's all it took was one day for them to do the work. They came in early in the morning, a little bit before sunrise. The crew set up, they put out all their equipment, they laid out tarps, and as soon as daylight came, they began to climb on the roof, and they were really about business. They did a very good job, very quickly, very professionally. I was in the house at the time, so I looked out of my windows. I had front and back. I saw what they were doing. They were cleaning as they went. It was very professional. The yard was clean. I haven't found a nail yet. They were picking up nails with a magnet all day, and not only the ones who were doing the construction, but also Dennis, the associate of Igor, came by, and he ran the magnet, and he was picking up debris after the crew had finished their work and left. He also came by, and he ran a drone around the house to make sure that everything was done professionally and everything was done, to my satisfaction. And then he knocked on the door. This was all before he knocked on the door. And then he knocked on the door and asked me what my experience was and if there's anything else that he could do to make me have a better experience. And I told him no. I said the roof looks fine, looks great. And so I did write a review. I've never written a review. As a matter of fact, it's the first one I've ever written. I've been in Google for years, and now I am I forget what the term is, but I've done one review. I got good feedback from not only Good Roofing and Restoration, but also from Google, thanking me and asking me to write more. But bottom line, it's a good experience. They're very professional. They followed through. There were no problems at all from Igor, and even the folks at the office who wrote me and followed up with email asking me what my experience was. It was very positive, and I would use them again. And I have no qualms about recommending them to others.